Welcome to Swedish Guy Flies. We are continuing our latest adventure where we're flying from Sweden down to Africa, or we're actually going to fly down to Gibraltar and then jump over to Africa from there. So the first couple of legs are from Bremen to Malmo, which we did yesterday, and today we go from Sturup, Malmo, down to Luxembourg. I've never flown into Luxembourg. We're going to do an IFR flight down to Luxembourg. And then after Luxembourg, it's going to be Barcelona. And then from Barcelona to down to Gibraltar. And then I think we're going to do just go down the west coast of Africa. I think that could be interesting. So we'll see what happens after that. But and as usual, we're going to use SayIntentions all the way. If you want to use try out SayIntentions, let me know by clicking the link in the description. So let's get into the cockpit and start the setup. So welcome into the cockpit. This is the flight plan. We're flying out of Malmo. We're going to go up here the runway direction, so to speak, and then we're going to turn south and then go southwest over southern part of Denmark and fly over Germany and then down towards Luxembourg. And I've never flown into Luxembourg, as I mentioned in the prelude, so it's going to be interesting. We're going to do IFR and we're going to use SayIntentions for that. We will use this excellent checklist I have here. It's JD that make this really nicely laid out checklist. You can find them on flightsim.to. All right, so we have control locks are removed. The brake is on, the parking brake. All switches are off. All switches here are off. Circuit breakers are in. There we go, nothing there. And then we look over here. Looks like all of them are in. Locked in. Landing gear switch is down and battery switch is on. So let's turn on the battery. We can check the voltmeter on the battery. There's the voltage, fuel gauges. We see them there. Fuel Totalizer. Yeah, that's the one we're going to look at. I had made some mistakes there actually because I mixed up. It's a little bit embarrassing. Gallons and pounds of fuel. So I added the pounds of fuels instead of gallons. So learning my lesson there. So what we're going to do here on the fuel real quick, we're going to look at the fuel and we're going to set that up using the aircraft's iPad here. So the best way I've found is to use this and then you see how many gallons we have, and then we're going to update the fuel on the fuel calculator there. All right, so let's see how much fuel do we need, and we will find that in the OFP. So the OFP says here we're going to have block fuel 784, and that is pounds. So 784 pounds. So right now we have 759 there, so we just need to add a little bit. So we just nudge this one up like a percentage here and there. That's a little bit much. We don't need to be that precise, to be honest. Okay, so we say we have 803 pounds of fuel, so that's 134 gallons. And the calculator says that we have 126 on the totalizer, as it's called. So we have 134 that we need, and we have 126 here. So that means that we add 8 gallons only. So we need to set this down as we add gallons. So just 8 gallons. So we go so, and then 8 gallons. And verify. So there we go. Now it says gallons remaining 134, and we have 134 gallons there, so it's matching. So that should take care of that. That's the problem I had on my last flight. Okay, so let's do the before starting engine checklist. So doors latched and secured, control locks are removed, parking brake is set, fuel selectors, which is between the seats, need to set them to main. There we go. So in the green area there, I actually have that mapped to buttons. Make it easy. Landing gear switch is down. So we see green light there. Propeller synchro phaser sits there off. Throttles, we're gonna open that 1 inch, and we're gonna have these two guys. Propeller full forward, mixture full forward, batteries on, alternators should be on, both of them. Nav light should be on. That's the nav light. Annunciator panel test. And we have these lamps here because we haven't started the engines yet. Fuel quantity we have checked, fuel computer we have set, and internal lights as required. So let's start the engine. So we need to put the anti-collision light on, but there's that. Anti-collision light is on. Anyway, so I always put on both magnetos like that, and then we do a little prime, and then we start the right engine. Actually, we should have these on low. Okay, so we have the right engine started. And we do the same with the left engine. Right engine. And let's do a good push here. All right, good start on both. Now we're turning on the avionics. And we can start to set them up. We're going to do the flight plan. We're going to load the flight plan from SimBrief. I'm going to look up here real quick. So this is, we're going to fly on 22,000 feet. And there it is. That's Malmo to Luxembourg. What we're going to do, I'm going to actually change the time a little bit. I'm going to cheat a little bit and make this a little bit kind of midday. Normally I don't like to do that, but I'm in the US and I'm going to fly in Europe. Listen to ATIS here with SayIntentions.
Runways 3529er. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if basic information service is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information uniform.
So we're going to call tower. And we're requesting IFR clearance to Luxembourg. Malmo Stirrup Tower, we are requesting IFR clearance for our flight to Luxembourg. We have information uniform on board. 3 Charlie Hotel.
Cessna 823 Charlie Hotel, Stirrup Tower. I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Okay.
Cessna 823 Charlie Hotel, Stirrup Tower. Information uniform is current. Cleared to Luxembourg via the DISG-1. Lima departure, then as filed. Departure runway 35. Initial climb to 4,000. Departure on 134.455. Squawk 6462.
Cleared to Luxembourg via the DISG-1 Lima departure, then as filed. Departure runway 35. Initial climb to 4,000. Departure 134.455. Squawk 6462. Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. So now we're setting up the initial altitude 4,000, and we're setting out our squawk 6462. So yeah, what we should do, we should pre-select heading mode And I preset the climb speed here to 120. Stirrup Airport Tower, we are requesting taxi to runway 35, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel.
Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, taxi to runway 35 via Delta, Yankee.
Taxi to runway 35 via Delta, Yankee, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. Okay, Delta, that's the one behind us, and then we just turn around, and then we go down Delta, Yankee, so that's all the way down to 35. Well, I want to show here, I haven't played with this much, but the weather on Navigraph have really improved. You can see so many different things here. If I just zoom out here to look at our route, and you can have these different layers. You can see what's the cloud ceiling, and you kind of get the green marker here on different airports. You can kind of get the feeling for how it looks like. Visibility, it's all green, so it looks to be a really nice flight. We had this system here of rain and thunderstorms that was passing through earlier in the day, but everything looks really nice and clear on our flight.
Extending upwind, waiting for your call for crosswind Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray.
So again, our departure briefing. We are flying out a runway heading, and then turning left, and then we're going south. So we're probably going to be cleared directly here at some point to one of these waypoints here, my guess. So let's go taxi. First, of course, we put on taxi light. This engine is so loud, so I have to turn it down in my headphone. All right, we just gonna sneak around, yeah, to the left.
Delta 155, safe flight level.
Flight level 70, Delta 155.
And we had actual traffic from other SayIntentions pilots, which is cool.
Canadian 2111, 10 miles out, ELLX runway 17.
There we go. Here we go, coming down Yankee. And this airport, I purchased that from Orbix. Very nicely modeled. Very distinct, that yellow color they have on the buildings. Okay, there we are, runway 35 on signs. So let's do the check here before takeoff. So we're checking the fuel. Yeah, looks good. We have fuel. We have 131. Fuel selectors are set to the main. Emergency cross is shut off. It should be pushed in, that red button there. Cowl flaps are open. They're down there. Trim tab set for takeoff. Can trim that down a little bit. Flaps are down. Propeller synchrophaser is off. Avionics radio GPS is set. What else? Altimeter is set. Autopilot pre-selected. We have that. Pressurization is locked and in. Cabin pressurization switch is on pressurize. Yeah, down there. Annunciator panel, no lights. OX fuel pumps are low. Flight controls, they are checked, free and clear. Stirrup tower, we are ready for departure at runway 35, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel.
Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, winds 280 at 5, runway 35, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 35 clear for takeoff, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. All right. We are clear on left, clear on right. We can turn off the taxi light. And remember which one it is. I think that's that one, yeah.
Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray, make left traffic runway 18 cleared for takeoff. Making left traffic runway 18 cleared for takeoff, Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray.
Okay. We should turn on the landing lights. All right, let's go.
Bravo, Charlie, turn left heading 270 vectors for sequencing. Left heading 270, Diamond Tree 71 Bravo, Charlie.
Charlie, request runway 11.
Rotate. Positive climb. Gear up.
Oscar Echo Charlie, taxi to runway 11 via Foxtrot.
Flaps up. Autopilot on. Okay, good climb. And then
Cessna
20.
3 Charlie Hotel, contact departure on 134.455.
Over to departure 134.455, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. Departure, this is Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel at 2,200, climbing 4,000.
Cessna 823 Charlie Hotel, Sweden control identified. Cleared direct MS 876. Climb and maintain flight level 200.
Clear direct MS 876, climb and maintain flight level 200, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. Okay, set that first. I kind of messed up here because I didn't turn on the nav, so I have to turn manually here until we get back to where we need to go. So 876, we can go direct to that one and do nav. There we go. So now we're turning into this guy here.
567 Bravo Charlie, remain clear of restricted area 250
we are climbing. So let's look at after takeoff. Landing gear is up, taxi lights are off, landing lights we'll keep them on here for a little bit. Actually we don't need to have them on. And the cowl flaps, let's see if we're hot. Not really, we keep them on for a little bit. And now we set the cruising altitude here.
Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Climb and maintain flight level 230, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. Altitude for cruise. We get correctly pressurized. Actually the manifold pressure for climb should be like this, 31.5. And then RPMs. Yeah, RPMs can stay there. Alright, good. And I will get back with updates. Let's look outside maybe a little bit.
Breton 60 Mike, proceed direct CI 35. Cleared for the ILS runway 35 approach.
Southern Sweden in the background, but I'll get back a little bit later from the flight deck. Update from the flight deck here. We are now at our cruising altitude. I've set the cruise power, and yeah, we are cruising along. It's going to be a long flight. I think we have another 3 hours before we get to Luxembourg, but I will give you updates as something happens, and I'm actually going to start to feather this a little bit, get a little bit better fuel economy. Alright, I'll get back to you, and just sit back, relax and enjoy the ride. Here's an update from the flight deck. Now have Denmark in front of us as we're leaving the Swedish airspace behind. We have Sweden behind us, and we are now turning down over southern Denmark. I've set our cruise power, and my fuel profile looks fine. I'm ahead of the game on that, so we haven't burned as much fuel as the OFP planned, so that's good. Finally got that this little fuel computer set up right. So that's the fun thing with this flight sim. That's you're always learning, and that's what I really enjoy. So I'll get back to you as we get further down the road. An update from the flight deck. Doing good progress here. We're still on our cruising altitude, 23,000 feet. We are passing Hamburg, and we're gonna see that on.
1218, Roger, descend to flight level 240.
That's where we are. So we have Hamburg to our left.
Squawk 7654, identify. Squawking 7654, November 556, Bravo, Quebec.
And then we're going to continue down.
657, climb and maintain flight level 360.
So we're going to pass Hamburg. We're going to fly here southwest, passing Bremen and Dortmund, as we are continuing through Germany, Leverkusen, and then we're going to turn down south as we coming down to Luxembourg. So we're just going to be in Germany. We're just going to do Germany and then Luxembourg. So that's where we are. So it's going to take a little while. Actually, Volanta says this, from now it's going to take an hour and 15, which I sincerely doubt. I doubt that, because we have been flying so far. We've been flying for an hour, I guess. Oh, yeah, I did something stupid here, and everything was reset. So my timer is off. But anyway, we're in good shape. I pressed a button that I should have pressed on my auxiliary equipment here, and that was mapped to something that basically shut the engines and everything off, so, or the battery off. So anyway, we are doing good progress now, so I'll get back to you. We are passing Bremen, still on our cruising altitude. See Bremen up there to kind of our right here, and we have should be an hour remaining. Actually, I think I'm trusting my Volanta plan. So there should be an hour left. We should start our descent in about 30 minutes or so. Lange radar, can you please repeat the message?
Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, Langen Radar. Expect the ILS runway 24 approach into Luxembourg. I'll get your descent instructions in about 2 minutes, okay?
Expect ILS runway 24 approach into Luxembourg. Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. We have just passed Dortmund. We have that behind us here. And under. And we just got the clearance for runway 24 approach into Luxembourg, and that is what we plan to have. So that works. We are now passing Leverkusen and the river Rhine. And further down on our left we have the airport, the Cologne airport. See that over our left wing. Great weather to fly. We're still on 23,000 feet. And the river Rhine is snaking its way under us here. Pretty cool. So a little approach briefing here. We are now coming down, gonna start to turn south. We just went over Leverkusen, and then we're gonna go south, and then we're coming into this arrival here, which is kind of very short, going into this VOR, and then I think we're going to be vectored into our approach here to runway 24 ILS. So we'll see when we get that. We should start to descend soon. We need to be under 9,000 here at Bitburg. Lange radar, requesting start of descent to flight level 9,000, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel.
Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, descend and maintain flight level 9000.
Descend and maintain flight level 9,000, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. We have a little low fuel warning here, but that's just because we're under 1 hour of fuel remaining, so we have 40 minutes remaining. But it shouldn't take us more than, just I want to look at my cheat sheet, maybe 20 minutes. And then we are ready to land. Now we're turning south. We've been burning more fuel than I thought, because we have had quite a headwind. But now we're turning, so we've had a good 25 knots or something on the nose. Now we're turning, so we get that on our side instead. Starting to turn into our towards our approach. Or the arrival rather. See if we hear something now from air traffic control.
Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, contact Langen Radar on 125.6.
Contact Langen Radar on 125.6, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. Langen Radar, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel.
Cessna 823 Charlie Hotel, Langen Radar, good afternoon.
Langen Radar, requesting flight level 3000, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. I think we just as well prepared for 3000, where we need to be to hit reach the ILS.
Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, descend and maintain flight level 3000.
Descend, maintain flight level 3000, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel.
Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, turn left heading 175.
Turn left, heading 175, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. Okay, I think these are now the vectors. So let's set us in heading mode. Left 375. 175, I'm sorry. Okay, so that would make sense. Actually, we are right here. And now he starts to vector us down to our approach, if everything works. Yeah, I think that will be spot on, actually. Let's see here. We have our ILS frequency. I don't really have time to look out here, but we're coming into Luxembourg, so that's cool. We really need to slow down much more.
Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, contact Luxembourg approach on 120.885.
Over to Luxembourg approach on 120.885, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. Luxembourg approach, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. We're gonna do one flap here and see if we can.
Cessna 823 Charlie Hotel, Luxembourg approach. Good afternoon, QNH 1019er. Cessna 823 Charlie Hotel, Luxembourg approach, 8 miles from LX24I. Maintain heading 180, descend and maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 24 approach.
Maintain heading 180, descend, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 24 approach. Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. Nice. We'll let the autopilot do its thing here. Do direct to that. And activate direct, and then we say nav.
Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, contact tower on 118.105.
Over to tower 118.105, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. Luxembourg Tower, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, inbound for ILS runway 24.
Cessna 823 Charlie Hotel, Luxembourg Tower, winds 280 at 11. Runway 24, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 24, Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. Okay, great. Now we get to work. So now we have the localizer. We're established on the localizer. Need to get my speed down. Landing gear. Set prop full. And full flaps. Need to be at 3000 at the next fix. We can get the glide slope here. Now I think we were a little bit too high. Yeah, need to down on our own, I think. Oh. Wow, I get some wind here. She didn't tell me anything about that. 80 at 11. Up a little bit more, a little bit low. Wow, it's quite some gusts here that pushes me away. Super weird. Yeah, there it comes again. To Luxembourg. I've never been to Luxembourg in the game or in real life. So that's kind of cool. Well, now we're high. That's better. Wow, these side winds are just really hard to deal with. Here we go. Looks better. A little bit low now. Okay, that turned out smooth. After that, those gusty winds, I got a little bit nervous there that I should have some problems. But as we came closer, it calmed down. So yeah, Luxembourg, leg 2 of our flight down to towards Africa. We're gonna exit Europe. And then we're gonna go to yeah, probably West Africa. So next leg from here gonna be Barcelona, and then after Barcelona we're gonna fly to Gibraltar and then jump over to Africa. So thanks for joining me as we're coming into Luxembourg.
Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel, taxi to parking at your discretion and stay on this frequency.
Taxi to parking at my discretion will stay on this frequency. Cessna 3 Charlie Hotel. So thanks for joining me. If you want to check out SayIntentions, there's a link. You can get the free trial there and try it out. It's been really performing absolutely flawless on this trip, I think. Yeah, so really good. So see you next flight. Bye bye.